So if you were to go to Nepal before the earthquake, and even now, you'd see a lot of buildings like this. So typically they're reinforced concrete framed with masonry infill, the sort of higher quality buildings, and masonry with wooden frames and wooden floors. You'll see those, and then you get rubble-filled masonry with either lime or mud mortar. Okay. So these are some pictures from the 2015 earthquake. Good. So we can see, we've taken this one down the bottom here, it's got wooden floors held up by wooden columns with masonry on the top. And that's about that one. Similar here, this one is another masonry building with timber floors, and you can see the whole front coming off. And then you can see a lot of, still it's standing, but also collapsed reinforced concrete masonry with masonry infill, and that's sort of the primary bigger and taller structures that we would see. And that's sort of the typical damage patterns that we saw in 2015. So if we... So I've just two slides on what we found when we went there. So this is in Bakapur, near the temples there, and we can see, this is one example, this is the same building, so this bit here is here, and we can see reinforced concrete, columns and beams, as Rohi said, 300mm columns. We can see bands running through, top and bottom through here, and concrete slabs, and then the masonry going on the outside. So that's a typical sort of building that you might see. Here's a couple more from the same area. So here, this is probably a nice example of newly built building. So this is a concrete slab. If you look in, you can see concrete beams, and you can see sort of masonry cladding on the outside, and sort of non-structural infill wall. Now, this one here is in Gorkha, so near where the epicentre was, and we still see some bad planning there. So this one was reported to have had this story put on after the earthquake. So you've still got the original, even though you can see some bands there, which are a bit strange, they just go between two columns. So we're still seeing some planning issues that are happening, and this is in a more remote region, not near Kathmandu. But as I say, and if you look back to some of the pictures that Rohit showed, I haven't got many showing ones in construction because most have been